In other news, pro-Palestinian protesters stormed Barnard College with a list of demands and assaulting an employee.
Now the school is meeting with demonstrators later on today after threats of more protests. Good day's Briella Tomassetti live outside the school in Morningside Heights this morning with the latest. Briella, good morning.
Robert and Tashani, good morning. Yeah, that meeting is set for 1 o'clock this afternoon, but it's unclear what will happen after that if the two sides can't come to an agreement. We do know this, though, according to several social media posts, a group of community advocates will be here before that meeting. They are asking Barnard to discipline the students who stormed this building yesterday. A group of pro-Palestinian protesters was caught on video forcing their way into a building at Barnard College and refusing to leave. These clips obtained by Fox 5 show people clad in face coverings and chanting while occupying a hallway at Millbank Hall, which houses the offices of the dean. According to the group Columbia Students for Justice in Palestine, the demonstrators demanded the reinstatement of 2 students who were expelled for distributing anti-Semitic flyers inside a Columbia University lecture and amnesty for all students disciplined for pro-Palestinian action. They also called for abolition of the Barnard disciplinary process and a public meeting with Barnard's dean, Leslie Greenidge, and president Laura Rosenberry. A spokesperson for Barnard says the small group of masked protesters physically assaulted an employee who was sent to the hospital and encouraged others to enter campus without identification. The school claims to have offered mediation under the condition that students removed their masks, but they allegedly refused. The protesters were ultimately given a 9:30 p.m. deadline to leave the building and dispersed a little over an hour later after the administration agreed to meet with them this afternoon. President Rosenberry condemned the occupation in a statement reading in part, "Thanks to the efforts of our staff and faculty, the protesters have now left Millbank Hall without further incident. But let us be clear, their disregard for the safety of our community remains completely unacceptable." The demonstration comes after a series of violent protests rocked Columbia University and Barnard College last spring. At one point, police were called to campus and breached a building that had been occupied by pro-Palestinian demonstrators. The president of Columbia University, Minouche Shafik, resigned in the wake of the protests, and the campus has implemented new security measures to keep outside agitators away. The NYPD tells us no arrests were made here last night, and according to the Columbia Daily Spectator, Barnard has restricted campus access to those who have ID cards only for the time being. For now, though, we're live here in Morningside Heights. Robert and Tashani will send it back to you.
All right, Briella, thank you for that report. Now